Hi, friends. It's the 19th of November today, and it happens to be the birthday of my twins, Uday and Anand. A happy birthday, children. And I'm so glad that you are there in our lives. I'm so glad that you have made our family complete. Friends, when my children were born in the late 80s, parenting was not such a big issue. We didn't know much about it. It was not something which was talked much about. Stress was also not much heard about then. But today, it's a household name. It's an issue which each one of us is battling. Stress in children, stress in parents, and parenting. Today, I want to launch a set of my videos which will be dealing with all the psychological problems and issues children are facing and parents are facing in their day-to-day lives. The first in this series is going to be a video on parenting, a challenge today. It's a book I'm authoring too. Not many parents come to me with children who have problems. The parents say that. So my first session, of course, when a parent brings a child to me, he's not going to talk good about him. That's for sure. He's going to say that this is the problem, and he's not doing this and he's not doing that. So naturally, the child won't like it. Nobody likes to be spoken bad about. So my first session is always a solo one with the parent first to gauge the problem. Now what happens is that I can assure you that with the first session itself, half the problem seems to be over. The parent just comes to know that where his, I mean, we explain it to the parent where the problem actually lies. And it's not always with the child, it's more to do with the parents. So just let me tell you, parents, just let me empower you with some tips so that you can empower your children. And it's going to be an ongoing set of videos which I'm technologically trying to, maneuver and get through. Once my videos are made, I'll be sharing them. But today, my first live video session on the birthday of my children is a direct one with you all. And I hope you come up with a lot of questions in the chat box below so that we can, I can answer you. Now, parents, first of all, I would like to bring to your notice that your child is not your property. You don't own the child as such. He's a different individual. He has his own, he has his own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and scars. You have to keep in mind, parents, that the child was born because you chose to bring the child into the world. So it's your duty to do whatever you're doing for him. Don't come and tell the child that I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you, or you should have done this, and look at the amount of trouble or suffering we are going through. Please don't disempower children with such morbid details. Just keep in mind that it's your duty to do it and you're doing your duty. And you jolly well do it well. The second point I would like to bring to your notice is that stress is contagious. That is what I tell. So is happiness. Happiness is contagious. A smile is contagious. If you smile, you'll find the person in front of you smile back at you. So is stress. If you're a stressed parent, if you're always in trouble, if you're always feeling bad, if you're always depressed, if you're unhappy, that unhappiness, that stress, that depression will automatically go on to your children. Automatically. And they'll grow up as unhappy adults, something which I'm sure no parent wants. So parents, be happy. Be a happy parent. Learn how to be happy. Learn parenting tips. There are very many schools who are teaching this to parents, workshops. We are doing it. So learn to be a happy parent and you'll have happy children. Next I want to tell you is be with your child. This is the period, parent, when it's a golden period. When my children were growing up, nobody told me these things. So I was all the time angry with them, or I was telling them study, or I was telling them you're not doing this, and they were twins, and they were boys, and they were a load full of, pranks they were up to. So I feel I was in a lot of stress. That's what I talked to them about today. And so I did make some mistakes. I did yell, I did shriek, something I tell tell the parents not to do today. So parents, learn those tricks, learn those tips with which you can be a good parent, be a happy parent. And make the most of this golden period here with your children. Believe me, after they're 12, they'll go into college, they'll be out, then they'll go into their works, they'll be married, they'll be out of your parents. So enjoy the period you're with them. Love them. Next is, I would like to tell you is that, be a parent, a loving parent, a caring parent, a compassionate parent, an empathetic parent. In fact, that is what you should be as a person. A caring, empathetic, compassionate person. Your personality should be that. Your attitude should be that. But at the same time, be an assertive parent. I don't believe in parents being friends. I believe in parents being friendly. It's a different story. Be friendly with them. Be an assertive parent. Assertive is something, say something with a clearness, with being concise. Don't give them long stories. Children are confused with long lectures. They hear enough of it in school. So, talk to them and tell them what you want them to do very clearly, very concisely and assertively, without a trace of anger, the way I'm talking to you now. Don't be a cribbing parent. Don't be a whining parent. Don't be a sorry parent. Don't be a parent who is always, telling his child that, look, what the suffering I'm going through. Don't be a parent who's very strict with their children. Don't be a parent who is very very perfectionist, that he wants things to be done at the right time, at the right place, with the right magnitude, etc., etc. These are parents who are stressed. We need to counsel them to de-stress them. So be a happy parent, assertive parent, say your thing. Also remember, next point, remember, your duty as a parent is to advise your children. Be a facilitator, be a guide, advise them, tell them what to do, keep on telling them. As a parent, you have to keep on and on telling them to do what they have to do. Somebody once asked me, till when? Till when do I advise them? There must be an age when they're grown up and you stop advising. I don't think so. Even when they're grown up, you're a parent, who's a child. You are more by experience. So give your advice, give your views, tell them the right thing you feel is the right thing to be done, and tell them why you feel it is the right thing to be done, and full stop. The result you get back from them, whether they do it or not, is out of your control. So accept what the result is and keep on giving your views and opinions. This is the role of a parent. Have a good persona. Choose your words carefully. Be a person with a good attitude. Your words matter. Your tone matters. The caliber of what you're saying and the depth of how you say it matters. Remember, abuses or bad language or bad mannerisms or behaviors in your persona goes on to your child. You're the role model. You'll get back from them what you're giving them. So my best tip to parents is be that what you want your child to be. In fact, visualize what you want your child to be. You want him to be, good in this. You want to be truthful. You want him to be compassionate. You want him to be hardworking. So be that. Don't sit and see the TV and tell your child to study. Sit down and read something while he's doing that. Read the newspaper if you want your child to do it. And speak with clarity and be very careful with the words you use, because that is just what you're going to get back. If you hit your child, he'll hit his sibling, or he'll go back to school and hit his fellow students there. He'll bully them. And you'll get back the report in the parent-teacher meeting that your child is bullying the other children because you are bullying him at home. So remember, you get back from your children what you give to them. And of course, there's something else which I would like to discuss with you. And that is something which is very, very important. And that is, you have to empower your children, right? You have to tell them, ways to solve their problems. You don't go about solving all their problems for them. They have to face the world. So solve their problem. So empower them how to solve their problems. In that, you have to know those skills yourself first. So empower yourself first, how to solve problems which you know your children are facing. So come to people who know about it and talk to them and get empowered, get the knowledge, and then go and give it to your children. Also teach them the right thinking skills. Remember, parents, nobody ever taught us how to, let me tell you the other way around. We were always taught how to eat well, how to sleep well, how to dress well, how to be healthy physically. Did anybody ever tell us how to think well? No. So thinking, our greatest resource. Nobody ever told us how to take care of that. Teach your children how to think well. Be positive in their attitude. You can only do it if you do it yourself. Last but not the least, never criticize your child, never compare your child, or never compare yourself with anybody or your child with anybody. It's very negative. It's a big no-no. It brings down the self-esteem of the child. A child with low self-esteem can never flourish in life. As an adult, he'll have low self-esteem. How will he face the competitive world? So all that you're doing for your child, which you feel is with a lot of care and compassion, is something which is known. You're criticizing him, you're stamping his self-esteem. Empower him, appreciate him, love him. Tell him that you love him. It's very important to tell children that you love them. It's not taken for granted. Give them a hug, give them a pat, and tell them you love them. And tell them your world is what it is because of them. And of course, another very important thing which I don't want to omit is that um, as I've told you, you have to tell them about the right sort of thinking skills. There's a lot of, there's a lot of peer pressure, there's a lot of chaos in the outer world. So teach your child to be peaceful and stress-free inside. Teach him to be happy inside. And that can only be done if you're happy inside. So take time out for yourself. Find things you love to do. Go out, meet people, manage your time well. Time management is very important when you're bringing up your children. So find time for yourself, find time for your family, find time for your children. Have a happy parent day. And Uday, Anand, I love you very much. We, your father and me, our family is just what it is because of you both. And Megha is an addition to our family. Uday, Anand, Megha, we love you very much. Happy birthday. Thank you.